Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So things are underway. Saliba cuts out the pass. What's going wide left? And he lines up a cross. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Gabriel Jesus. And here's Jesus. Gabriel Jesus! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
No, he's managed to misplace that. And he thumps it clear. And it's Eze. Picks out, brilliant chance for a shot! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Dembele. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Gabriel Jesus is herring after that one. Gyökeres. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And no surprise, that's a booking. It's a good 35 yards out, this. That was travelling. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Arsenal already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. That has been cut short. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very...
And the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Gyökeres clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Arsenal have their second corner now. Cleared away. Merino. Fabian Ruiz. It's a pretty loose pass. He has found the way through. And that could well leave a mark. Real chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. I'll keep trying, and eventually it might come off.
Arsenal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
So that's going to be another corner. Corner number 4 coming up here. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. That's an excellent interception.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. Played into space. Oh, well measured. Nice control. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Mendes. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Some resolute defending there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Hakimi. Strokes it back. Marquinhos chooses to go crossfield. That has been slung wide. Taken back almost at once. Gonçalves tries a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Can he finish? And he's stuck it away. Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Tries from a long way out. Calafiori. Saliba. Can he get it through? Well timed, excellent interception.
Added time.
Eze, and the shot! He's got away with one there.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Gyökeres. And claimed it back swiftly. And for the first half, that is that. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So we're into the second 45.
Arsenal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Gyökeres. Eze. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That has not gone well. Havertz! Shot, surely! Oh, crossbar! And now they can clear their lines. Could be danger here! Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Knocks it into space. Gabriel Jesus unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Gonçalo Ramos is onto this. He's found a way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Salmon promptly onto that, and that is that. Gyökeres looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
That ball looks a good one. Oh, that's fabulous. Space for him to turn and look.
Substitution for Arsenal.
They're up to 5 corners now.
High heavens. Number 10, Eze.
Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way.
Mikel Merino. Coming on the field, number 39, number 8, Erdegaard. Number 49, Luis Skelly. Substitution.
And it's Mendes. Doué is wide and looking to get onto this. Arsenal perhaps contemplating their next change here. Timber. Luis Skelly. Now it's Doué. Nuno Mendes. Doué wants to run onto this. Setford gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Erdegaard. Gyökeres. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, there's the clearance. He's a sharp little ball here. He's shifting through the gears here. Delivered in. He's having a shot, and again. Goal, Paris Saint-Germain. And the comeback is complete. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Paris Saint-Germain have their lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Oh, that's ambitious. Crossbar comes to the rescue.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 41.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. A swift reaction then, and the boss opting to reshuffle his defence.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Zabani getting this one clear. That's put paid to the danger. Stood up well to him there. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Setford claims comfortably. And now they can spring out of defence. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Lewis Skelly. Zaire Emery kept his eye on it, and he's there. Not the most accurate pass.
Paris Saint-Germain really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Gabriel Jesus.
Added time.
Lewis Skelly. And the number on the board is tries from distance.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And he welcomes it in. Gonzalo Ramos stood his ground strongly. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
For Arsenal, number 12.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
So, another set play. That's the keeper's ball. And that is that. Arsenal pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, in all honesty, Peter, this would have been seen as a very winnable game.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels. It's a huge moment for the game and a shocking moment for him personally, but it happened at the best possible time. This is recoverable.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you'll have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
And no, that was never going to make it. Mount. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That is ended up in no man's land. That is good alertness. Malacia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tacho clears without hesitation. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he's going to have his name taken. Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. That's destined for the flank. Now that looks a decent ball, and he's picked it up out wide. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Menu. Marquinhos cuts out the pass. Over to the other side. And it's Hakimi. Oh, perfectly measured that. Dembele! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Hakimi. Dembele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Mount. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And that interception was most necessary. And he's gone looking for safety. And that's going right the way across. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Well seen, saw that coming. Well, the ball's gone astray. He's going to be disappointed with... And he's decided to go for it! Oh, cracking effort.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Mount wins the duel this time. Can he get it through? No, it's come to nothing. And that's going up front in a hurry. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That's put paid to the danger. Tries from distance. He has kept it out. What great reactions. And we have our very first corner. Oh, that was vital.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Cunha, oh, he's all alone. And that is well cleared. Out towards the flank. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. He's having a pop! Just off target.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Pass somewhat off target. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
So what can they make of this? And it's made its way to him. Sabani.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's in a great position here. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Zirkzee is erring after that one.
Indicated.
Mount gets flagged offside. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Mount. Nice bit of trickery. He's found some space. And he's heaved it away. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
And now I'd just like to
Well, every now and again we get a bit lucky,
We're
Peter, don't we?
celebrating their
And this is an
birthdays today.
absolute treat. A tremendous spectacle for the neutrals, but a bit of a nightmare for the fans and two managers.
Manchester United just about ahead. 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Manchester United definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although
He's going for goal! And he couldn't finish.
a wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet, nearly superb.
Menu. Kvaratskhelia. Now that's well seen too. Menu. Zirkzee. And now they can clear their lines. Heaven. Vitinha. Fredriksson. Now it's Matthias Cunha. Paris Saint-Germain needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substitution.
Paris Saint-Germain choosing to make the first change. Still just a single goal between the sides. Dink through. He's rising! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Matthias Cunha needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Malacia venturing down the left. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Barcola.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Oh, they're looking a whole lot more... Oh, a gilt-edged chance! Tries from a long way out. This is a promising build-up. That's an imaginative pass. That ball looks a good one. Chance! And that's a good finish. They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Gonzalo Ramos unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Can he finish?
He really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That is very well defended.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 18, Casemiro. Coming on the field is number 25, Ugarte.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. 75 minutes played. He's on it, can he get away? That has been cut short. It's played through for him. He is through here. Great chance! That's a decent clearance.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh no, what has happened here? And he's having a hit! And no, he had to, and yet he could not.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
That's good running with the ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Number 12, Malacia. Coming on to replace him is number 13.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Aimed beyond the defence. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That has not gone well. Oh, there's a probing ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Time added on, 4 minutes. That's where it came from. He's got away, tries a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And time is up. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I thought it lived up to its billing, Peter.
Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
And the mood is boisterous, it is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We're up and running then.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking for the run. Zabani calmly anticipates. Menu. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Knocks it into space. And that's been drilled in. Corner. Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, good climb! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? So, third corner of the game. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's having a pop! No, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
Now he's off and running, and he's had it nicked away. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, this guy, Joshua Zirkzee,
That's another chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Kvaratskhelia. That is good alertness. And it's Mount. Mount. Good, strong midfield running here. Nicked it back promptly. Matheus Cunha. Nuno Mendes. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. There's the shot! Loose ball. Great chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Kvaratskhelia really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Paris Saint-Germain with another corner. They're up to 5 corners now. Gonzalo Ramos! And again!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Hakimi. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Nicely aimed pass. Now, what about a counter-attack? Threads one in. Mainu. Oh, well played. And he thumps it clear. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Hakimi makes the interception. It's not an especially good pass, that. Some really good ball movement. Well, the ball's gone astray.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Can he get it through? Fredriksson cuts it out. Casemiro. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Not the most accurate pass.
There will be one
Back in possession and ready to go again. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, good read. So, a temporary halt to the action. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you review the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Manchester United have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And so the action is resumed. Manchester United currently ahead by the smallest of margins. That has been cut short. Now it's Xerxes. Now it's Menu, and it's made its way to him. Paris Saint-Germain needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. Is that the first time we've seen him try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Casemiro. And it's Mount. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kvaratskhelia. That's beautifully weighted. Being still separated by the game's only goal. Kvaratskhelia. And that's really well manoeuvred. Matheus Cunha needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Played out to the left flank. Oh, super find. Kvaratskhelia. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Bruno Fernandes receives it in a good position here. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they settle for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Zabani with the clearance. Nuno Mendes. He is through here. Plays it across. Heaton claims it. Safe hands. Matheus Cunha. Mount. Menu chasing after it. Oh, delightful ball. Marquinhos. No, he's just misjudged that one. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. That has been slung wide. And it's Mendes. Oh, that is a nice touch. He has found the way through. Drills one in. And that's the keeper's ball.
Paris Saint-Germain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
That's gone for a throw-in.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 7, Mason Mount. Number 37, Menu. Number 18, Casemiro. Coming on the field, number 38, number 48, number 25, Ugarte.
Maguire just eases him off the ball, looking for options for movement. Tries to pass it through. Heaton claims comfortably. Manchester United couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Manchester United, moments now away from seeing this one out. Maguire gets across to intercept that. Zixi is flagged offside. That is ended up in no man's land. That is good progress on the left. Tries one from range. Keeper's not concerned by that. Time added on will be 2 minutes. He's having a hit! A real chance and a real let-off. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're very much on the way now. He won't be happy with that one. He's in a great position here. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. No luck with that dink over the top. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I think Mikel Merino is going to have a busy game in the middle of the park.
Gabriel Jesus! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Looking to play him in. Gyökeres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Salmon. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, a delicate chip through. Now that's well seen too. Eze going after that. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now he's got space here. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Stood up well to him there. Saliba gets across to intercept that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that has not gone well. Arsenal have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. And here's Jesus, and it's made its way to him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Çalhanoğlu. Played into space.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. That's a terrific interception. He's had a stellar game. Arsenal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Threads one in. That's a nicely shaped ball. Getting up there! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Inter are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Inter Milan have taken the lead.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
30 minutes gone. Dumfries has it in a chance! It's hit the upright, and he's stuck it away. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Not so much sophistication as doggedness, and it's Gabriel Jesus! And a neat finish. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Oh, can he get onto this? Eze. Nice control. And it's Rice. And here's Jesus. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Carlos Augusto. And the pass is intercepted. Chelhanoglu. Oh, he's bustling through here. Eze. Merino. Gyökeres. Now there's a... Gabriel Jesus! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Now it's Havertz. Bastoni cuts it out. Chelhanoglu. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Jesus. And that is the end of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. Oh, what has happened here? Saliba. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Eze. Dumfries promptly onto that, and that is that. Dumfries is there to clear. Looking for options for movement. And he's quick to get rid. Not the most accurate pass. Looking for a runner. Oh, delightful ball. Saliba cuts out the pass. Bastoni gets over and intercepts. It's a searching pass. Setford breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And he thumps it clear. That is good alertness. Gyökeres being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
That has ended up in no man's land. Rice. Still they trail and time is ticking away. So we've reached the hour mark. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's clever. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Salmon. Rice. Gyökeres going after that. Saliba. For Rice. And he's well positioned. Great chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Gyökeres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
For Arsenal, number 10, Eze. Number 23, Mikel Merino. Coming on the field, number 19, Trossard. Number 39,
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Dumfries. That's beautifully weighted. That has been knocked clear. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And that's been won straight back. And he's gone looking for safety. Inter Milan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Now, can they get him away? Bastoni makes the interception. Dealt with, oh, terrible pass. And he's, oh, a gilt-edged chance! And a chance! Goal! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the man...
Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Saliba has been sent off. It was deemed a professional foul.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
Probing pass. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, well played, well played. Trossard.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Gabriel Jesus. Is there any shot at goal? And that's a good finish. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 41.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Just one in it now.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho. Inter can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Oh, that's well spotted.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Deep into stoppage time. And he's managed to get rid. Tries from a long way out. Into the arms of the goalkeeper. And that signals the end. A game of margins of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement. So here we are, another dose of tempestuous rivalry and heady ambition. It is, of course, the familiar side of the two big Milanese teams preparing to lock horns once more. They've been doing this since 1908, and the contest remains as fiery as ever. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. One of the world's great city rivalries, the Milan derby. It has its own chapter in the story of the Italian game.
Well, Peter, a derby with over a century of history and two huge institutions. It's a game, no matter what the dynamic or the significance, has always been a really highly charged affair that's utterly unmissable, and I expect this one to be no different.
So things are underway. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly.
Well, having experience of games...
And the shot! He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Bastoni cuts out the pass. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
It's a promising position. And it's been hooked away. And it's Rabiot.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Rabiot bustling and very visible inside the box.
Yeah, whether it's knockdowns or headers, you'll know he'll fight for it.
Fofana! He's done very well to get to that.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Oh, that's a key interception. Fofana makes a dash for it. Deftly away. Davinter. It's Fofana. This is a promising build-up. And he was quick to react. Played into space. That is good alertness. Now he's running away. Zielinski. That ball looks a good one. Just too much on that. It's gone in, and it is an own goal!
Oh, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's picked out the run. Cheek! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Loftus-Cheek actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. And that has been cleared. Fofana strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Rabiot. Nice sequence of passes, this. Damian. Davinter does well to get it back.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bartasaghi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Fofana. Rafael Leao is onto this. Nkunku. Milan have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. So their fourth corner of the game. Defending of the desperate variety. Can he finish? He's shifting through the gears here. Rabiot. Aimed beyond the defence. And he will. And the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Thuram is offering a wry smile there.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Dumfries.
Oh, great feet, that.
Cross flung in towards the middle. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. And he could not have picked a worse time to give one away. So, having trailed to lead. And they've turned it round. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. No, that's been intercepted. Fofana. Rabiot. Darmian. And it's Çalhanoğlu. DiMarco. Darmian providing an outlet on that flank. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. And we are up to the break.
Well, I can tell you it's been an absolutely fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable now.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. The second half. Shot, surely! Denied by an instinctive save.
Fofana really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Rabiot. Looking tidy in possession here. Great, and he shoots! And it's come back out to him. And a goal! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Quite a game, this. All square. It takes a shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Rafael Leao really might have got ever so slightly across it. I don't think he intended to hit it so close to the frame of the goal. I mean, that's a bit obvious.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18.
The corner count is rising. That's 6.
Numero 11. Attenzione alla sostituzione.
And now they can spring out of defence. Nice looking ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Rafael Leao looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
He might be in here! Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Milan faced with a real prospect of letting this slip. A big, deep breath. Goal! Inter! And he does it with ice in his veins.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Well, oh, what a mistake! Fofana. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Looking for a runner, and he was quick to react. Fofana. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, delightful ball. And that's been won straight back. Fofana. And they've got rid. And the pass is intercepted. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Mkhitaryan tries to play it through. That is a great pick out. Oh, that's fabulous. Shapes to shoot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then.
Numero 14, Modric.
Oh, great leap! No, just not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Numero 4.
Rabiot. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Knocks it into space. That ball looks a good one. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Oh, real chance to break. Now it's Pulisic. Ambitious ball here. Bisek makes the interception.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Dumfries. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Brilliantly cut out. But Asagi clears without hesitation.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 33. Viene sostituito con il numero 2.
Diouf really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Diouf. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Milan could be just about done here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage. Inter nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
And he's managed to get free. Modric, and that interception was most necessary. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing nice and neat. Bastoni clears. 5 minutes to add. Now it's Rafael Leao. Can he get on the end of it? And the finish! Dispatched clinically. And right near the end, we have parity. So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
And now he has two. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he's going to have his name taken. They huffed and they puffed, but that will be that. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect. Well, forget form, forget stats, this is a derby game and conventional wisdom goes out of the window. Milan's two football behemoths limber up to do battle once more, and the prospect is tantalising. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The Milan derby, one of the most eagerly anticipated games in the world. Yet another edition of this never-ending rivalry, Jim.
Well, Peter, a derby with over a century of history and two...
Loftus-Cheek! Denied by an instinctive save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Akanji tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. That has ended up in no man's land. And a chance! Just the wrong side.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that and it wasn't far away at all.
And here's Rafael Leao. Thuram going after that. That is a great pick out. And he welcomes it, shoots! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that. Rabiot, clearly the target here.
Yeah, it's only natural if you consider what...
Terrific effort! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And the shot's on here. Just the keeper in his way. Chance, surely! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Now it's Çalhanoğlu. And the shot! And there's his goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That was a given. It always was.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass. And we've...
Oh, they could be caught out here. They get a throw in. That's a decent clearance. It's Çalhanoğlu! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often he'll find a net.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
What a throw in. That's really well cleared. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Dumfries gets across to intercept that. Now that's well seen too. Loftus-Cheek. Rabiot. Chance here to counter. Oh, played right into his path. Inter Milan have reclaimed it. Pass somewhat off target. Now he's got space here. Not the most accurate pass. Now he's off and running. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. DiMarco. Carlos Augusto. Very nicely done. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's having a hit! That is decidedly lacking.
Inter certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Stood up well to him there. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Rafael Leao. Oh, what a mistake! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Pass is just off target. Diouf spots it and intercepts. Bissek gets over and intercepts. Now, can they get him away? And the shot! That is simply breathtaking! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan have their lead. Carlos Augusto gets a cross in. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's gone in! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Yeah,
and the referee has blown for half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. It's a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. The second half is up and running. Spread out to the left. That is a brilliant interception. Rabiot. Nkunku. Now it's Rafael Leao. Now it's Loftus-Cheek. Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Looking for the run, couldn't squeeze it through. Nkunku. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rafael Leao being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Tries to pass it through. That's a little off target. And it's Zielinski. And he's intervened well there. Rabiot. Diouf. And he's managed to get rid. Fofana. Now it's Loftus-Cheek. Ooh, perfectly measured that. He's going for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Just eases him off the ball. Loftus-Cheek. He's on it. Can he get away? And the keeper's got it again. That's destined for the flank. And he's quick to return it. Oh, no joy this time. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Fofana. And it's lofted through here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Good running, strong and purposeful. That's an imaginative pass. He has found the way through. Nkunku. And they can counter here. Great vision.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Played into space. This is a promising build-up. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. No luck with that dink over the top. Loftus-Cheek looking to play him in. And he's in on goal! Rafael Leao is flagged offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18, numero 8, numero 33, numero 19. Lasciano il campo per il numero 11, il numero 14, Modric, il numero 2, il numero 4.
So we have movement on both benches. Modric. That's a cute ball. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's quick to get rid. Well, that is one way to stop him. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage.
Can he finish? Goal! Milan! And again they hit the front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Milan with the lead.
Oh, that's tremendous. They've shown it again and again in this competition. They'll fight to the very end. You have to admire them for their spirit.
Impressive jump. It's loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's following up. And that has fair fizzed.
Diouf clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
And it's Diouf. That's a shade optimistic. And he's there to get it away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And here's Modric.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. That's that, the end. Milan proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have...